so proud on your high hill and bent the world to your own will. You prayed for power, prayed for rain to wash away your guilty stain. The heavens for a sign to prove your victory was divine. You asked for something real to feel on your throne of blood and steel. Well, the sky went dark, the wind grew strong, the heavens heard you all along. From my hand across this broken barren land, I'll tear your fences from the ground without a whisper, without a sound. I'll turn your kingdom into dust and your iron trophies into rust. Oh, you wanted thunder, you wanted fire to feed your own corrupt desire. Well, I am the wind, I am the rain, the hurricane of righteous pain. Yeah, the consequence you can't ignore. I am the storm you prayed for. The lightning is a look in my eye, your final fearful lullaby. This is the harvest of your sin, so open up and let me in. 'Cause you wanted thunder, you wanted fire to feed your own corrupt desire. Well, I am the wind, I am the rain, the hurricane of righteous pain. Yeah, the consequence you can't ignore. 'Cause you wanted thunder, you wanted fire to feed your own corrupt desire. I got a V8 engine and a heavy gold ring. The windows are down and the radio is loud. I'm blowing past the limit, standing mighty proud. They try to shoot me down with the petty little words, but I'm a high-speed rebel, flying higher than the birds. I got a solid layer of the armor on my chest. I'm passing every trial and I'm passing every test. The patrol cars blink, but they never leave the line. They know they can't catch a highway runner by design. I roll the tinted window and I give a little grin, an undisputed outlaw, and I'm playing just to win. Bulletproof swagger tearing up the interstate. I'm a high rolling master of my own wild fate. I got the chrome shining and the pedal on the floor, leaving all the rivals begging right outside the door. Stand back and watch the heavy rubber burn the street. I'm the renegade champion that you will never be. The city lights approach like a blazing neon dream. I'm cutting through the traffic like a laser heavy beam. I ain't stopping for the red and I ain't stopping for the blue. I'm an unguided missile and I'm blasting right through. A pocket full of cash and a tank full of gas. I'm making sure the legendary moment's gonna last. Bulletproof swagger tearing up the interstate. I'm a high rolling master of my own wild fate. I got the chrome shining and the pedal on the floor, leaving all the rivals begging right outside the door. Stand back and watch the heavy rubber burn the street. I'm the renegade champion that you will never be. Nothing can dent me, nothing can break. I'm a heavy-duty earthquake rolling in the wake. I carry the fire, I carry the weight. The baddest rebel driver coming out the starting gate. Bulletproof swagger tearing up the interstate. I'm a high-rolling master of my own wild fate. I got the chrome shining and the pedal on the floor, leaving all the rivals begging right outside the door. Stand back and watch the heavy rubber burn the street. I'm the renegade champion that you will never be. Sun is sinking like a stone in the sea, leaving nothing but the shadows and the ghost of me. I've crossed the borders and I've burned the maps, falling through the silence and the cosmic gaps. No more city lights, just the endless purple of the desert nights. I'm standing on the edge of the world tonight, between the darkness and the fading everything's quiet now. In no man's land, last call echoes still ringing in my head. 500 miles of blacktop lies ahead. The neon sign is fading in the dust. This old Chevy is the only thing I trust. One hand on the wheel, one on the glass, watching all the shadows and the ghosts pass. The stars are falling on the Georgia state line. I'm running out of road and I'm running out of time. It's a heavy burden, it's a lonesome high, just the asphalt rhythm and the midnight sky. Whiskey and white lines lead me back home to the only life a restless soul has known. Burning up the darkness, swallowing the miles, hiding all the heartaches behind the crooked smiles, yeah. It's whiskey and white lines tonight. The radio is humming a song I used to know, about a man who had nowhere left to go. The bottle's getting low, but the road is wide. There's nowhere left for a rebel man to hide. Copperhead moon hanging low and mean, the prettiest damn thing that I've ever seen. Whiskey and white lines lead me back home to the only life a restless soul has known. Burning up the darkness, swallowing the miles, hiding all the heartaches behind the crooked smiles. No destination, no place to land, just a steering wheel in a trembling hand. Let it roll. Whiskey and white lines lead me back home to the only life a restless soul has known. Burning up the darkness, watch it blow. I got nowhere left to go, just a cage of steel and a restless mind, leaving the boring world behind. I don't care about your laws and rules, I wasn't taught in your fancy schools. I'm a ticking bomb in a leather vest, putting the pedal to the ultimate test. The sparks are flying, the engine's hot, I'm taking every single thing I've got. Gasoline soul, burning out of control. Got a heart of iron and a rebel's gold. High-speed demon on a one-way track, moving so fast that I can't look back. Yeah, I got a gasoline soul. Scorched earth and a trail of fire. I'm the king of the razor wire. No mercy given, no mercy sought. I'm the trouble that you never caught. Wild and wasted, loud and free. That's the only way for a man like me. Try and tame the wild, but I'm a high-speed rebel, a heavy devil's child. The pistons are a pumping, a rhythmic heavy beat, the hottest damn enforcer that you're ever gonna meet. Shift the gears and let the heavy-duty engine scream. I'm living out a renegade's adrenaline dream. game with my own heavy rule. No cage can hold me, no chain can keep me in. I'm a high-octane rocket, and I'm playing just to win. Hellfire on the highway, burning down the track. No brakes and no surrendering, and ain't no turning back. Let the heavy thunder roll, and let the asphalt fracture. The fastest heavy rider that the law will never capture. We're outrunning the judgment and dodging every nail, tearing through the darkness with the high-speed fuel of hell. Came to measure my height, digging a hole in the middle of the night. He called my name on a heavy gray block and waited for the ticking of the hangman's clock. But I ain't ready for the cold, dark deep. I got a lot of heavy promises to keep. The bounty hunters waiting by the iron gate, thinking they can seal my heavy-duty fate. They brought the rifles and they brought the rope, thinking that I'm running completely out of hope. I load the iron and I step out in the sun, showing every coward how the heavy work is done. Kick the tombstone, shatter the stone. I'm taking back the heavy life that I own. Let the bullets fly and the thunder roll. They ain't never gonna take my rebel soul. Stand back and watch the heavy gravel fly. I'm a badass outlaw and I refuse to die. The smoke is clearing and the dust settles down. I'm the only heavy hitter walking in the town. The undertaker's running with a terrifying scream, waking up from a heavy-duty nightmare dream. I take my boot to the cold gray sleigh and leave it in pieces by the graveyard gate. Kick the tombstone, shatter the stone. I'm taking back the heavy life that I own. Let the bullets fly and the thunder roll. They ain't never gonna take my rebel soul. Stand back and watch the heavy gravel fly. I'm a badass outlaw and I refuse to die. I spit on the dirt, I laugh at the grave. I ain't nobody's quiet little slave. The devil has to wait for another heavy day, 'cause I'm making my own spectacular way. Kick the tombstone, shatter the stone. Oh, I'm taking back the heavy life that I own. Let the bullets fly and the thunder roll. They ain't never gonna take my rebel soul. Stand back and watch the heavy gravel fly. I'm a badass outlaw and I refuse to die. I'm the heavy tires chewing up the muddy swampy road. I'm carrying the devil in a heavy duty load. The cypress trees are blurring as I hit the heavy gas. A renegade machine made of steel and heavy brass. The Spanish moss is whipping like a razor in the wind. I'm riding through the darkness where the wicked have sinned. Oh! The alligator water is splashing on my boots. I got a heavy throttle and a heavy duty suit. The air is getting humid and the engine's running hot. I'm giving this old chopper every single thing I've got. The swamp is an arena and I'm taking up the fight. A heavy duty phantom in the middle of the night. Hey, ash on the engine, fire in the pipe. I'm a wild-hearted rebel of the heavy-duty type, burning up the black water, tearing through the haze, riding like a demon in a heavy-duty maze. Step aside, brothers, let the V-twin roar. I'm kicking down the hinges of the bayou door. I leave a trail of smoke for the sheriff to consume. A heavy-duty rider in the middle of the gloom. The pistons are pumping like a heavy beating heart. I'm tearing this old quiet swamp completely right apart. There ain't a single chain that can keep me on the line. I'm fueled by the danger and the heavy moonshine. Ash on the engine, fire in the pipe. I'm a wild-hearted rebel of the heavy-duty type, burning up the black water, tearing through the haze, riding like a demon in a heavy-duty maze. Step aside, brothers, let the V-twin roar. I'm kicking down the hinges of the bayou door. No stopping for the you know. Sent their best hunters to take me away, but I'm standing tall at the end of the day. The dust is settling down on the battlefield floor. There ain't any challengers knocking my door. I look at the horizon and I claim what is mine, the final survivor of a rebel design. The legends were written in blood and in rust. I'm building an empire entirely of dust. The sheriffs and deputies laid down the gun. They know that the heavy-duty battle is done. I don't need a castle, I don't need a throne. I'm ruling this wasteland completely alone. A heavy-duty titan with a heavy-duty name, the undisputed master of the renegade game. I'm the undisputed king of the dirt and the stone. I'm sitting right here on a heavy-duty throne. The lightning is flashing and the thunder is loud. I'm towering over the renegade crowd. Bow down to the master and remember the day the heavy-duty outlaw blew the competition away. Will remember the sound when the heavy-duty king put his boot on the ground. I'm a wild hurricane that they couldn't contain, a heavy-duty poison inside of the vein. The road is stretching open and the sky is so wide. I'm taking the devil for a heavy-duty ride. The crown is so heavy but I carry it well, the undisputed ruler of a heavy-duty hell. I'm the undisputed king of the dirt and the stone. I'm sitting right here on a heavy-duty throne. The lightning is flashing and the thunder is loud. I'm towering over the renegade crowd. future is finally clear. I got a gasoline smile and a thunderous soul. Full speed ahead is the only control. So watch me disappear in the flash of the sun. The battle is over and I've already won. no pardon for the weak. I'm the heavy-duty vengeance that the underworld seeks. The law is my religion and the fire is my tool. I'm the only one who dictates the heavy-duty rule. Cause ring the wouldn't dare to cross a heavy muddy line, knowing that this heavy-duty territory's mine. Passing round the bottle and we're loading up the guns, a heavy-duty gathering of the devil's favorite sons. A fire is a burning and it's reaching for the sky, a heavy-duty party and we're never gonna die. Strike a heavy match against the bottom of my boot, the undisputed master of the heavy-duty shoot. Whiskey and gunpowder, lighting up the heavy night. We're the undisputed kings of a heavy-duty fight. Drinking from the bottle and shooting at the moon, playing heavy metal in a wild swampy saloon. Step into the mud and let the heavy engine roar. We're kicking down the hinges of the heavy bayou door. The women are dancing on the heavy wooden crate. We're completely in control of our heavy-duty fate. The rhythm's getting faster and the volume's getting loud. I'm the undisputed leader of the renegade crowd. We shatter every rule and we break the heavy law. The wildest heavy party that the bayou ever saw. The mud is flying high and the spots begin to fall. We're answering the devil's undisputed heavy call. Whiskey and gunpowder, lighting up the heavy night. We're the undisputed kings of a heavy-duty fight. Drinking from the bottle and shooting at the moon, playing heavy metal in a wild swampy saloon. Step into the mud and let the heavy engine roar. We're kicking down the hinges of the heavy bayou door. No apologies given, no heavy mercy shown. We're sitting like the kings on a heavy muddy throne. The swamp is our arena and the whiskey is our fuel. We play the heavy game and we make the heavy rule. Whiskey and gunpowder, lighting up the heavy night. We're the undisputed kings of a heavy-duty fight. Drinking from the bottle and shooting at the moon, playing heavy metal in a wild swampy saloon. Step into the mud and let the heavy engine roar. We're kicking down the hinges of the heavy bayou